Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, Legion, to D20 Live, Legend of the Five Rings, Season 2, penultimate episode. Once again, I am Devin, and it's been a pleasure to be your storyteller for this season one more time. Let's start with Dom. Go ahead.
I'm Dom. I'm playing Togashi Daishi of the Dragon Clan. Fuck.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sam, the production manager, playing Akoto Shizuka of the Lion Clan.
Fantastic. And we'll make it Mike this time.
Hi, I'm Mike. I'm playing Bayushi Dakio. I can swim.
Fantastic. I love that you say that every single time. It's the best. So in canon.
And I'm Dave, and I'm playing Shiba Kinsuke of the Phoenix Clan. I'm woefully unaware of some of the
some of what's going on.
These guys are worrying about, but
much like any good mystery, that people know all sorts of various pieces of information, but no one has talked to each other. Let that be a lesson to any of the storytellers happening. Don't presume your players talk to each other. We have returned to the Emerald Championship, the closing days of the Emerald Championship. Okono Totori and a few other of the finalists are competing today to determine who will become the Emerald Champion. But that's not our story. That's not important. It determines the direction of all of Rokugan politics and history, but that's not important, because this moment in particular, where in one area we have Shiba Kinsuke, who's looking down at an emaciated servant of his charge, Isawa Kaide, the Void Shugenja, member of the Elemental Council for the Phoenix Clan, looking at an emaciated corpse of a servant, a victim of an angry spirit, eyes as beautifully pale sky blue as one other individual, that individual being Bayushi Dairu, who is currently speaking with simple Dakio. Dakio-san, I do believe I am cursed, and that is where we will pick up. Who wants to start, Mike or Dave or someone else?
Daishi's in front of me, right?
Daishi is in front of you, yes.
Okay, I'm just going to look at him and I'm going to go, we don't have all the information, I'm pretty sure, because this is nothing compared to anything else.
Well, who else would have any information aside from Bayushi-san?
Okay, I'm going to get everybody and we're going to talk about this in a big powwow right now. I'm not comfortable making a decision about anything right now, considering the fact that all we know is that Sasume was murdered, and it might have been somebody that he knew. Who do we know that he knew? And why?
Are you gathering everyone up first before I ask this question?
Well, I'm talking to Daishi. I'm talking to Daishi right now.
Yeah, we're kind of just like walking and talking at the moment.
I think it might be best if we get, because I feel like that we might all have all the pieces, but I don't know how to put them together.
Yes, that's a very good point. Perhaps we should reconvene with Dakio. Bayushi-san.
Shiba-san, Kinsuke-san.
Yeah, Shiba-san. Yep.
Yeah.
It was right next to me.
All right, I'll go get Dakio, and you can go get Shiba-san.
Got it.
All right.
So you coming?
Okay, we'll start with Shiba-san. Daishi, you approach into the Phoenix delegation, which is, if he's not at the tournament and he's not with Kaide, you ask around, get some information. Last person who saw Kaide-sama was in her delegation. She hasn't left and come to the tournament yet today. So you move through the Emerald Grounds, get there, and you are actually you are stopped at spear point by several members of the Shiba bodyguard, who are lowering their spears, saying, "Do not pass any further. All respects to the Topaz champion, but there's an incident in here." And Kinsuke, you can overhear this while you're still overcoming shock in Kaide's quarters, looking down at the servant.
Yeah, I'm feeling there's more than one incident. Whose quarters are we approaching?
You're in Isawa Kaide's quarters currently.
Okay.
It was one of her Hainen, one of her servants that was apparently attacked.
And these Shiba just came in, or
they are outside in the hallway, guarding the approach from either direction to her quarters, to her private rooms.
And
you were hearing the call outside in the room outside in the hallway.
Are people here?
There's a few people in the room, a few other servants. It is Kaide. It's Kaide herself. And a few other Isawa injuncts and individuals, like her inner court, so to speak. All courtiers, no bodyguards. The bodyguards are outside the room, aside from yourself.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go to the entrance and see what the disturbance is.
Okay. So you step outside, look up and down the hall, and you see that on one side the guards are just standing at proper attention. Down the other side, their spears are leveled at Daishi and are not letting him pass. But you clearly see him over the shoulders of the guards.
Daishi, yes, please, allow him past.
They look over. Are you certain, sir?
Yes, he is to be trusted.
They very smartly and regimentally stand aside, let you through just enough so that your shoulders pass through. They seem to instinctually know the spacing that you take up, so that they are leaving as little else to chance as possible, but still let you pass.
Have I come at an unfortunate time, Shiba-san?
There has been an incident, a fatal one, at that.
And who is conducting the investigation on this, so as I was not allowed through?
That is a good question.
It is not a matter of an investigation. It is simply a matter of protecting. We are uncertain. Since we are uncertain as to the cause of this situation, Champion-sama, we are simply ensuring Kaede-sama's ultimate safety.
I understand. You are doing your duty. Keep at it.
Thank you, Sama. And they all give you a bow.
If Akodo Shizuka and Bayushi Daikyo come as well, allow them entry.
As a matter of fact, Shiba-san, I have been sent to summon you. Are you able to be pulled away from this situation? Or do you need some more time?
I think my charge is safe for the time being, but I will have to let her know that I am going.
I will wait here.
I'll go back inside and talk to Kaede.
She's already standing just on the inside of the tatami screen as you walk back into the room, seeming to have expected this. She nods and greets you. Please be on your way, and just remember what I said about the choices that the four of you are going to have to make.
I believe this has something to do exactly with that.
Indeed, it does.
Unfortunately, I believe we may need to pool our information before we can make any choices going forward.
Samurai are strongest, same as Rokugan is strongest when it stands together. That is wise. Watch over your friends and allies.
Do you feel safe here?
I feel safer among the Shiba more than I feel safe anywhere else. So you will be missed.
My apologies.
You have other duties. Go.
And I will bring Shiba-san to wherever we're all staying together.
Okay. We'll jump to Mike then.
I'm just kind of looking down at Bayushi Dairyu, very shocked, and every single gear in Dakio's brain just started going real fast. Just going, wait, if that's the case, okay, if he's cursed, that means his mom didn't cheat on his dad, which means he is a legitimate kid, which means someone has tried to curse this kid, which means someone has appealed to a kami, but how did and I believe Shizuka comes up to me.
Are you just standing there staring at this kid going like, just
Yeah,
after
his mind is working a mile a minute while waiting for, like, Dairyu-san is waiting for some kind of response. And sees Shizuka approaching. So he actually steps back a little defensively, like clearly not wanting to let his vulnerability in this moment be known. So he takes a more respectful distance from Daikyo and gives you a small bow.
Does Daikyo kind of Shizuka?
Hi.
Shizuka, it's always good to see you. Do you need me?
Yes.
Oh, how urgent?
Considering the matter, we need to pool all of our resources together so that way we can hopefully
Yes.
finish it.
Yes.
Is everything all right, Shizuka-san? Sama?
Yes, Bayushi-san. We are currently in the middle of
A murder investigation.
Oh, all right. I
What?
guess you're just going to say that out loud then.
I can't lie to him. My young master.
Who's been killed?
Oh, the unknown
Dakio-sama.
champion.
Oh, you were investigating that matter.
Yeah.
If that's the case, please. My concern is not as important. Please go, Daikyo. As long as we can speak later on this, it is still of present mind to me.
My honorable young master, I have an inquiry of you.
Of course.
Do you want to succeed your father?
I want to do right by my clan, and I want to do right by my family. I do not feel I'm ready for it yet. I do not feel I'll be ready for many years to come, but...
That wasn't what I was asking. Because I will train you to the fullest extent of my abilities and incorporate and add my knowledge to yours.
The fact that you are even offering a choice to him, you get the feeling that it's the first time he's even been offered a choice of any. So he's not quite ready to know how to answer yet.
And young master, I strongly suspect that I may have a solution to your situation before the day is out. if you'll excuse
All right.
me.
Bayushi-sama, I would strongly recommend that you don't talk about what we were talking about.
Also, I would recommend, however, that you remain with your mother.
Bayushi-san, would you please shut the fuck up?
He's like, God.
The other guards, because he always has scorpion guards around him, like one or two, and they hear that and turn to you and say, "Is there an urgent concern that we need to bring him to Kachiko-sama?"
Well, he's not with me.
Is he? No, but is he in danger?
Oh,
if you were asking him to stay.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. He's not with me, and he's not with you, and he's not with her. Who would you have him be with?
That is fair.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's all right.
They nod
Go
and oh, you're dismissing the guards. Yeah. It's like, you can go. Piss off.
I'm very busy. Go away now.
Okay.
Just see Shizuka look over at Dakio and just go, "What about secret investigation do you not understand?"
I'm not going to lie to that young man.
Excuse me, he's not part of the secret investigation, now is he?
You have no trust in the idealism of a young man, do you? Oh, right, you were born a woman. That's fair. It's a thing. Anyway.
Wow.
And who has a teacher who is open with him, is willing to give him anything. That young man will keep my secrets. Also, what's going on?
I'm not going to murder you right now.
Oh, yeah.
Look, we're gonna go. We're gonna meet up with Daishi-sama and Kinsuke-san.
Yes.
We're going to collaborate all the information that we all know together.
All right.
Because I feel like that we have all the pieces together. We just haven't put them in proper order.
Oh, that sounds incredible, and I am fully in for this part.
All right.
All right. So you all meet up somewhere within the grounds of the castle.
I've got my notebook. I'm ready.
Okay. Do I see Kinsuke look still worried about things?
Troubled brow.
Okay. I will look and just go, Shiba-san, you look worried.
Are we alone as our little group?
Yes.
There's been another death.
Okay.
A Heinen that worked for Isawa Kaede has passed away, but that's not the weirdest thing. The Heinen had bright blue eyes, like the young scorpion kid.
Bayushi Dairu?
Oh wait, is that the right one?
Dairu.
Yeah, Bayushi Dairu, yeah.
Yeah, Dairu has blue eyes too, right?
Are you suggesting that they're related, or?
Oh, more than just related.
I meant more by blood, not the incidents collaborating with one another.
I think it has something to do with that new magic that they are teaching or demonstrating.
Dave, did you tell me that they were teaching new magic?
Yeah, did you tell us they were teaching you magic?
No one's teaching me magic, but they are teaching magic here.
Yeah, did you tell?
I don't think he told anybody that
No,
was
he is
happening.
not.
Okay.
No, he is not yet.
Okay, cool. I'm making notes
Wait,
of that.
what are you talking about?
What? New
Ooh.
magic?
Do I remember which detachment it was? Was it the unicorn?
It's Unicorn. The Unicorn clan are the only one, as far as Hoshio-san knows, are currently practicing it. And there's only one Unicorn. Well, there's a whole Unicorn delegation, but the one who is teaching the Sepun and the one who is teaching the Imperial Court, there's only one of them. Yeah.
So that person, as well as the who is related to the Unicorn detachment, they came to the championship to show a demonstration of this new magic that they came across that doesn't ask the kami for their magical influence. It demands it.
Oh.
So I feel it might be another, I guess you could call it backfire, because the kami don't like being told what to do.
Well, yeah, the kami.
When they get pushed too far, they lash out, and that's what I think happened to this Heinen.
Are you suggesting that Dairu will be the next to die?
I don't know if die, because his eyes have already turned and he has not died. I feel that it's related to this magic. Maybe a curse or a failed attack.
That is literally exactly what that young man just told me. He said that he was worried he was under curse. And if that's the case, why would you curse him with blue eyes? Unless...
Why would you curse Dairu of all people?
I know the answer to that.
Oh.
I do.
Oh.
I do, but I feel like I shouldn't interrupt anyone.
No, I'm pretty much done. I'm sorry that I didn't tell any of you earlier that they were.
But there hasn't been much of an opportunity for us to meet
Yeah.
all together, apparently.
We have kind of been all over this championship.
Shizuka-san,
Yes.
would you like to present your information next?
The only information that I have right now is that Satsume is dead, and someone he knew may have killed him, right? Somebody who was in rivalry with Agasha-sama.
Is it known how he died?
Poison-ish?
It's believed that he was poisoned, yes.
Okay.
Didn't we uncover that Reiju was at ends with her?
Yes, you
Yeah.
got that from one of the unicorn
Yeah.
members of the
Yeah,
of the
that
faction.
Reiju was basically at odds with Agasha.
Well, all we have to go off of is Reiju at this point.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything, because how is he connected to anything? He is Doji, right? So he would technically have a thing. Why would Reiju want to kill Doji Satsume?
He wouldn't, that's the thing.
Unless he was ordered to.
By who? Satsume? You think Satsume wanted to kill himself?
No. Sorry. I have to fill in now. May I interrupt?
All right, go ahead.
Okay, all right.
You may.
Here's the things we have to know. Who has the power to order Doji Reiju to kill the Emerald Champion, and why? Now, what was the Emerald Champion investigating? We all know that, right?
Something about the Imperial line and succession.
Exactly. Unfortunately, I've kept a great deal from you, and I apologize for that. It has inhibited this investigation greatly, and had I said it much earlier, I would have, but it was also something I learned in extreme confidence under Scorpion rule, so I'm apologizing. The Emperor intends to name his second son heir to the throne.
What?
Is that the crazy one?
No,
Then,
No.
No, Daisetsu is the second one.
Satori is the one who was
He is
stepping
the
on
more
the young man's.
reasonable one.
My assumption was that the Doji Emerald Champion was investigating lineages because he was investigating Dairyu, because it's somewhat known in Rokugan. My champion's wife is
flexible.
Flexible.
if the higher imperial court were asked to tell you, were asked what color her nipples were, a few of them could answer correctly. But
All right.
she has broken many hearts.
Uh-huh.
So much so I was a little concerned Dairyu was not hers.
But he's cursed, so
He's
he
cursed,
might
that's why
actually
his eyes
still-
are blue. I assumed that she had slept with a Doji. Actually, Doji Reiju was on my theory list. But we know that's not the case. He must have been investigating the same lineage thing that the next Emerald Champion will have to settle. Because the Emperor isn't going to make this declaration himself. He's going to make it to the next Emerald Champion to do.
Okay.
Now, we have a staunch traditionalist Doji investigating the law of lineage. Right?
Uh-huh.
Who benefits from him dying and a new Emerald Champion taking the throne? Well, taking the role.
Whoever their replacement would support.
Dokyo, please don't tell me you're suggesting what I think you're suggesting.
Who would the staunch Doji traditionalist back for a chance at the throne?
The first son.
So, why would you kill him?
Why did this become so much more complicated?
We were involved, and it's Rokugan politics. Haven't you been hanging out with Reiju in a group with Daisetsu recently?
It's Sama.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Daisetsu-sama recently?
No, you say Sama to me.
Oh, sorry, Sama.
In your place. No, sorry. Go on.
Sorry, yes. But have you not been associating with him and the Emperor's second son? Do they not keep a close confidence of some kind?
Are there any servants nearby?
No.
Kill them all.
I look down at the stone that I was given. I'm just like twiddling it between my fingers, and I say, "Does anybody have a drink on them by any chance?"
Well, it wouldn't be a good idea to do that right
How
now.
about you tell us sober and we'll reward you with a drink, Sama?
You've
Okay.
gone so far without a drink, Daishi. For
Yeah.
so long.
And now I'm getting the itch.
Yep.
First of all, do not talk about rewards with me. I'm not a child.
Okay.
I say with a smile.
Okay, good.
Hante Daisetsu. He keeps a very close-knit group of individuals by his side. All former Topaz champions. All bearing a stone like this. They are referred to as the Obsidian Crowns. And more than anything, I believe what our purpose is to back the interests of Hantei Daisetsu. And now knowing what you've told me, now that this all is starting to come together. This
Minor,
does not bode well. This does not bode well for myself or a few people.
minor inquiry then. Honorable Shiba-san,
Yes.
what is the name of the person in Rokugani Court who's practicing that new magic you were talking about?
She was requested by the Imperial Court. You don't know who within the Imperial Court, but her name is Shahai. Iyuchi Shahai, one of the unicorn families.
And I direct that to Togashi-sama. Does that name at all sound familiar to you? Around
Yes, it does. She was sitting on Daisetsu's left hand when you were first welcomed into the Obsidian Grounds.
I explain
Ruh-roh.
that,
I believe we have our guilty party.
and I believe that there's not a damn thing we can do about it.
Is that what everyone believes right now?
We can't go to Agasha-sama with this because
You sure as hell can't go to Hante Satori with this.
this is okay. This is going to end badly. Hang on one second. All right, so we can't go to Agasha because she's a former Topaz champion, and
She might be in on it.
one, she might be in on it. Two, she might ask us to fall on our swords because of this.
If that were the case, would the dishonored Shizuka Kodo-san live up to that?
Of course, I would, right? But I would rather.
You would.
You hear a punctuated cheer from the crowd as clearly some aspect of the Emerald Championship has progressed. Another winner in a contest was announced. You don't know
listen
who.
to that, and I just say, horrible timing. Go on.
Maybe not. I don't know. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I think I am thinking what you think I'm thinking.
I don't know, Brain, but could we Pierce Brosnan?
I don't know, Brain, but if a Kodo touches the Torii gate, then who goes through it?
We could tell the new Emerald champion.
What if they're part of it?
Well, then we're going to have to hope that whoever wins the Emerald Championship is not a part of it.
I have betting money on who's going to be the winner.
I'll take that bet.
Kodo Totori.
I will not take that bet.
You thought I was going to bet on Aramoro, didn't you?
I might have.
Aramoro has exactly 3 brain cells, and they are all dedicated to fighting.
What if we talk to Seppun Ishikawa of the Hidden Guard?
Do you think that would work?
Being part of the Emperor's private guard does have some advantages.
I don't like going over Agasha-sama for that, and if I were going to go over Agasha-sama for that, it would be to the Emerald Magistrate. Technically, if the Emerald Champion is crowned, then I can tell them what I found, because then technically they're the one in charge of the investigation.
Yes, it's not really your fault that the investigation took as long as the tournament.
Additionally, perhaps Bayushi-san, and believe me, I hate to suggest this, but I believe that your clan would do well to potentially spread a leak of information to the common people and to any who would hear it. Perhaps that could be a way that we could let this loose and bring about an investigation without falling on our swords.
Honorable Togashi-sama, on a principal level, I am quite pleased that you sank to what you perceive to be my level. I will point
But we
out,
can't let it go.
I will point out a couple of details that weren't relevant. It's more than likely that Kachiko has been is intended to be framed for the murder of Doji Satsumi, being poisoned, being the fact that Reiju and everything, and the fact that Dairyu, all the reasons I thought it might have actually been her. It's bold of you to assume that we weren't already going to do that. In fact, I speculate that my champion's beloved is in fact on much the same trail we are. There is a problem. We do lack evidence.
So the next thing would actually be to try and get a confession out of Reiju.
Yes, if he did do it. In front of someone with authority to arrest him. Although not so much so that he knew they were there.
Or, I have an idea.
Is it the same idea I'm having?
What is your idea?
Oh, you invite him out for drinks and keep asking him questions until you ply him for information.
No.
Oh, I like that.
Though, right now, that sounds like a fantastic plan. I just don't know how well I would hold up in that environment. I'm concerned for the well-being of one who is within the Obsidian Crowns. I'm concerned for Yukimi and whether or not she is a part in all this.
You have no way of knowing.
No, but this brings me to my idea. If we are going to have an audience with the Emerald Champion. We bring her along, we present our evidence, and we suggest that she has been investigating it the whole time from the inside. And that way, while she wouldn't be put in the best light, she may yet survive this.
No matter what's going to happen, Reiju will, under formal inquiry, completely fall on his own sword in the matter and absolve Daisetsu of any wrongdoings. The point is that whoever continues the investigations on after this point knows that it's Daisetsu. So having someone inside is actually quite advantageous, Togashi-sama.
So you suggest we don't have her tell the Emerald Champion what she knows?
Who's telling who?
The girl, he has a girl he likes, and he's trying to impress her, and he's trying to make sure she doesn't get caught up in all of this nonsense because he's got such a keen crush.
Yukimi-sama.
Yes, that one.
Sorry, Togashi-sama, but it is very obvious.
Can I please get a servant to bring me a damn drink?
Now, save your tolerance. We got to get you're not getting shit-faced till we get the confession out of Reiju.
Well, there is one way we could get a confession out of him. I could challenge him to combat.
Ooh, you'd win too.
Would I?
I think you could.
He is also technically a former Topaz champion.
We'll get him.
Do I know of the martial capabilities of Reiju?
It entirely depends on where he trained. As a doji, he wouldn't necessarily have trained in the dueling academy of the Crane clans, but if he has, he would be a very capable duelist. But at the same time, a lion would be, such as Shizuka, who is also trained, could be just as capable. But it's if he has trained with the Daidoji, the dueling family, or the Kakita dueling family of the Crane, then that would be quite a challenge for any of you, let alone Shizuka.
Yeah.
But all depends. All you know is that in order to become the Topaz champion, much like you and Shizuka had to duel in the final contest, he would have had to have won his duel back then.
And he's also a few years older than both of us, so...
Much as I admire your capabilities, Akoto-san, and how I believe it was fortune's favor more than personal skill that put me in my position and you not.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I'm not confident that you would necessarily win.
I'm not confident either. However, my honor is at stake.
We have many areas that we could go at this from. Let's do them all. We contact the Scorpion. We contact the Emerald Champion. We contact the Guard. We challenge Reiju. One of us does, at least. And we also get Yukimi to express her side of things and what she knows.
Well, you could also find out where he trained. You're the one who's closest to him, so you could find out. And if that's the case, then I can fight him anyway.
Mm-hmm. You'd have an advantage knowing what his strike is going to be.
If that's where we wish to start, then, especially given how thirsty I am, I will accept.
Okay.
But
Tell me where you guys are going.
I want to know what we're doing after that.
What information should I be bringing to the Seppu Nishikawa?
Dairu has been cursed as part of a plot to get revenge against the Bayushis.
You could start setting up the idea that Doji Reiju might be the one doing it, and thus we might need to make a major arrest soon.
I should also bring up that what were they? The Onyx Crowns?
Obsidian Crowns.
Obsidian Crowns. That they exist to Seppu Nishikawa, as well as the fact that they have one of the unicorn, I don't even know if you could call them Shugenja at this point, that was teaching the...
You as a Phoenix certainly wouldn't give them the honor of calling them Shugenja.
Yes.
It's a magic user. Fucking wizards.
No, they're a magic taker. Should I also bring up the fact that the Emperor is thinking about giving the Empire to his second son?
Not just yet. That's not really...
Okay.
Because at this point, we've better odds of getting Reiju than we do of stopping Daisetsu.
All right. Well.
Somebody's going to have to tell Tottori at this point if he's going to become Emerald Champion.
I think that's going to have to be you.
All right.
Well, you want it to be me?
No, I'll do it.
That's what I thought.
So I can't tell him before he's Emerald Champion, though, because otherwise then that's information that he's been sitting on.
Yeah, and we don't want to burden his mind with this while he is trying to become Emerald Champion.
Exactly.
Dakio's already burned his mind with conspiracy already once this tournament. It's okay.
I can't move my sword as well. My shoulders are stiff from all this weight I'm carrying.
Right.
And I guess I'm going drinking with
Yukimi?
Murderer.
Or Reiju?
Whoa.
Reiju.
Okay.
And I am going to go apologize to my champion's wife for all the nasty things I've ever said behind her back.
But they're true! She did do all those things.
Yes,
She's
but
just...
now I have to make peace with the woman.
It doesn't matter that they're true. The whole society is based on politeness.
Yep.
You
And
don't say
face
that
and
stuff to her
reputation.
face.
She's going to be so catty. It's going to be awful. It's going to be well spoken.
It's being a fly on the wall is just, so exciting. Watching.
So we'll start with Kinsuke. For sake of brevity and time, you find the hidden guard champion.
Sepun Ishikawa.
Yep, you find Ishikawa-sama and relay the information to him.
I start laying out the facts and start building a case. I'm going to let him make his own conclusions, but I'm going to give him the information that would lead him there.
Okay. You can make either an etiquette roll or an investigation roll, or you tell me what skill you feel is appropriate, because while this is a social encounter, you're trying to influence him in a matter of law. So...
Spears. No.
Spears.
Combat conversation. No, it'll be investigation.
Okay.
So I've
all
got
right.
6K3 on this. So
Okay.
wow, that's all right.
Very nice. Okay. All right. So you lay out the facts. You laid out in a very matter-of-fact way.
Yep.
You laid out. He actually is watching, not only listening to what you are saying, but he is watching the expression with which you are delivering it, weighing and measuring and judging the manner in which you are perceiving the world and laying out the information that you have.
I'm trying to do it without bias.
Yep.
So that
Good.
seeing the facts untinted by, the evil scorpion, the trustworthy unicorn, and their
of course
foreign ways. So these things are happening, and I think they're related.
He looks at you, takes your measure, and simply gives a single assenting nod of the head that would explain why none of our protections have had any effect.
That is also my conclusion.
Is the young Bayushi heir safe? Are we concerned that his curse will spread beyond him to the rest of the Imperial household or anyone else here at the championship?
I'm hoping that his curse was only to make his mother look to have infidelity.
I see.
I believe that he would benefit from a visit with Kaede to see if she can dispel any curse that has been placed upon him.
He calls in a servant and quickly puts parchment on his desk and begins to quickly write out a series of perfunctory short form notes. You see easily a cipher that's written in there, so clearly the Sepun Hidden Guard have a cipher that is meant to move through things in an efficient manner and give orders in an efficient manner. Series of chop marks. Hands one out. This is to send this to Kaede-sama, and then writes out a second. And you, and he looks to you, Kinsuke. He pours some wax, grabs an imperial seal of a chrysanthemum, and presses the seal into the wax. This is a request for presents for one Iyuchi Shahai. I wish you to carry it out. Take as many hidden guard as you believe is required. If Reiju gives you any problems, tell him that it's not a matter that concerns him. If Daisetsu-sama, and based on what you have said, she's likely in his company, simply show him this note. Be as respectful and tactful as possible, please.
Of course.
Understand you are not placing her under arrest. She is to come for a conversation with myself. I want to ensure that she is watched under guard while we go through the rest of these proceedings. Do you need anything else from me? And well done. This is a very good first example of your capabilities.
Thank you. I will only need a handful of hidden guard, as hidden as possible,
Very well.
given their name.
I'll give you. I will have one of them accompanying you in person, and the rest will be watching.
Thank you.
He hands you the note. Is there anything else?
He probably already knows, but the death in Kaede's chambers. Whenever Hinan had been victim of what I can only imagine is this new magic backfiring.
Indeed, that is my thought as well. It wasn't necessarily at this individual, this Hanan. The Hanan was simply a victim of an angry kami, being told to inflict other works. Though the seriousness and the reason for which, again, can be used as an excuse to bring Shahai in. Isawa Kaide-sama is a very high-ranking individual in Rokugani society, and if someone so close to her is in danger, it could mean that Kaide-sama herself could have been in danger. So this practitioner may want to ensure she is being watched and as safe as possible.
I agree.
Go find her. Find her quickly.
I will. Give him a deep, respectful bow and go.
So Shizuka and Dakia will deal with you in just a moment. Shizuka, you probably are going to be going to the tournament grounds.
Yep.
And we're going to go to Daishi. You find the Obsidian Crowns in an inn, in a tea house. They are sitting with the Yukimi, Reiju, and Daisetsu in between contests, have left the tournament grounds and have gone to a local tea house while the next stage in the tournament is being set up. And Shahai is with them, Daisetsu is with them. So it's the four of them there, along with some other guards, obviously, who are accompanying Daisetsu himself.
I will approach, and I will give my respects and greetings to each and every one of my fellow Obsidian Crown homies.
Yukimi gives you all of them actually give you a warm smile, except for Shahai. Shahai doesn't seem to have much of an expressionable face. She keeps a fairly, except whenever she's looking at Daisetsu sama himself, doesn't seem to show any kind of affection or dislike to anyone. But the rest, Reiju himself actually stands up and like, Daishi, my friend, Daishi-san, come, sit down, enjoy. We will tell you all about the latest match that has taken place. Come, sit down.
I would love to hear it, especially from such a bright and happy table, which casts such a noticeable shadow. And I will point to Miss Unhappy.
Did you just out my boss?
Might have.
Like,
Wait, Magic User is your boss?
No.
What's her name?
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Shahai.
Agasha.
No.
Agasha's not there.
Okay.
Agasha's not there.
Yeah, Shahai is being gloomy as fuck, and I'm pointing it out.
Oh, she just brings balance. There needs to be a yin and a yang. There needs to be balance between the elements and balance to company. She brings a sobering truth and honesty to proceedings.
Absolutely. And speaking of balance, I believe that this table needs to have a balance of liquid within all of our glasses. Please join me in a drink, everyone.
I knew I liked you for a reason. And Reiju invites you to stay. And he indicates sake. A round of sake, please. And he gives a nod of his head, and the servants go about and collect it. Guess who just lost? And it brings me so much joy. Although I'm sure your friend, the young lion, Okoro-san.
Shizuka-san.
Okoro Shizuka. She will probably not be all that happy. Matsu-sama, the lioness herself, has fallen to Aramoru of all people. Sure.
Matsu's also crazy.
Yes. Now, we're not going to, out of respect for a fellow former Topaz champion such as Matsu-sama herself, we would never bring this up to the lioness, but I am getting a great deal of joy out of it between you and I.
Has she wronged you in some way, Reiju?
No, not so much wronged, no more than any lion wrongs any crane simply by existing. But it's a simple matter of she presumes a little much of herself, if we are speaking among friends. I mean, she did, after all, presume that just because she is the wife of the former champion, that she would attain the championship herself. Things aren't inherited that way. in Rokugan. Perhaps among the unicorn, and he smiles towards Shahai, but not in Rokugan.
What clan is Aramoru a part of again?
Scorpion. Aramoru is Kachiko's brother.
Yes.
Younger brother.
No, he's not. He's
And I say that-
Shoujo's younger brother.
Yeah.
Shojo's younger brother. Sorry. Shojo's younger brother, not Kachiko's.
And do I know whether or not there are any Crane within the tournament still in the running?
Totori is supposed to fight Doji Kawanin, the younger brother of the Crane Clan champion.
I tell you, I've been very impressed with. You said Kawanin, right?
Kawanin, yes. He would be Kawanin-sama, being the younger, the next heir if the Crane champion were to die, if Hotaru were to die.
I've been very impressed with the works of Kawarin-sama.
Oh.
And I rather look forward to see the
I do too.
performance.
I do too. He and I went up through the ranks together, actually.
You're kidding.
We did.
Did you two train in the same place?
We did. Daidoji Iron Warriors.
Iron Warriors. What do I know about the Iron Warriors?
A straight intelligence roll.
Oh,
You may still spend void on straight trait rolls, but
Yeah, I'll spend a void on that. So would that be
Yep.
3 keep 3 from 2 keep 2?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Roll.
Yep. Yeah, that was okay. All right. You know that the Iron Warriors are essentially the rank and file. They are to the Crane what the Akodo are to the Lion. They are trained in dueling, but they're more trained in battlefield tactics. Because the Crane are a predominantly peaceful clan, they need a strong military, and they're the military family, not the duelist family. That's Kakita. The Kakita Dueling Academy are the preeminent dueling dojo in Rokugan. The Iron Warriors are essentially this wall of implacable spearmen and tenacity. So he's in the same way that the Akodo are the frontline warriors of the Lion Clan, but they're not duelists. Neither of them really are.
Well, then I would regret anybody that meets you on the field of battle.
I certainly hope so. That's the reputation I'd like to maintain.
And your reputation is good. To
Thank
you,
you.
Reiju-san.
He raises his sake glass and cheers you. Excuse me, you hear it coming through. No weapons in the tea house, please. No weapons in the tea house. Kinsuke, you are stopped at the entrance of the tea house. Like, please leave your swords outside. There's another voice that Kinsuke, the guard, stands beside you. Like, Madam, this is a matter of some urgency and imperial accord. We can walk in with weapons wherever we damn well please. Please stand aside. You see, based on where you're sitting, or actually Reiju sees, and his eyes are in a little growing concern, and he moves his sword from his peace side to his war side, and as he lifts his sword from the right to the left, as the guards are continuing to walk up, and you come to see, as they walk up next to you, and Reiju starts to stand a little bit, or at least is moving his feet out of a seated position and into a kneeling position, something much easier to stand up from. And you see Kinsuke and a beautifully emerald and brightly yellow lacquered member of the Sapun Guard.
Wait, are we doing this now? Because I thought we were waiting until Totori became champion.
This is not something that you guys actually talked about. This is something that Kinsuke and the Sapun just talked about.
This is not necessarily part of the whole thing. I have to do Reiju after Totori is crowned.
Ishikawa kind of said, "Go do it now," and I've gotta.
Don't disappoint the boys.
I want a good place in the.
All right, so you know who you are here to take away. So go ahead, Kinsuke.
So that was Raiju.
Nope, it was Shahai.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's their full name, or is it just
Iuchi Shahai?
Iuchi Shahai?
Shahai.
Okay.
And she would be San to you. She's not above you as far as you know in ranking. And as soon, not expecting it, the other guard who is with you turns, sees the company of the tea house, and immediately drops into a half bow. But Sama, as you see that the second heir, the second imperial child, is there along with the rest of them, and Shahai is, as you expected, right next to him.
Shiba-san, pleasure to see you. What brings you?
Yes, what is happening here?
Daish
Says Reiju.
We do not wish to interrupt your drinking any further, but I have a urgent request from Ishikawa-sama that for a brief conversation with Iuchi Shihai. It will be nothing more than a brief matter, but it is.
Reiju is about to reply, and Seta is about to reply, and Daisetsu raises a hand to stop him. Koryo, son, what is this about? Indicating not you. He doesn't know who you are, but he talks to the other guard and clearly knows the guard on a first name basis. Like, apologies, Lord. Apologies, Sama. We are simply carrying out our duty. I would not presume anything more than that. I will go with her. And he says, of course, Sama. You may travel. The Emperor's children may travel anywhere where they wish. And Shihai looks up at you through long, beautiful black hair, but had been mostly covering her eyes this entire time. And you look up and you see a beautiful porcelain face, but with haunting dark black pits of eyes that almost have no whites to them. It's almost a pure black, and you suddenly get an image, a reminder of Kaide in terms of just how haunting it is to look on this person in a disturbing fashion. And she stands up, and so does the Emperor's second son.
Is she actually wearing a porcelain mask, or is she just porcelain?
No, she is near porcelain tan to her skin. Color to her skin.
Sorry. For a second, I thought we were dealing with the undead.
No. Though Shihai has always had in my mind this image of like the girl from The Ring, only very put together, and she just has that haunting aspect that is terrifying to look at. Rather like Sam now, yes.
Oh, damn it, Sam! No.
Holy shit, that scared me, babe.
Worked out really well, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
I was looking at notes.
Okay.
Fuck.
So she gets up, goes with you, and leaves behind Yukimi and Reiju with you, Daishi.
Hopefully, Dom, I didn't steal the person you were talking to.
No.
Okay.
And I look to the two of them and I say, "Well, that slightly spoils the evening."
Certainly does. Reiju says with a hint of malice, "Who the hell was that?" And he looks to you, Daishi. He seemed to know you.
Kinsuke Shiba-san and I have been together since before the Topaz Championship. He is a honorable man, fantastic swordsman.
You feel that Shihai is in good company with him?
Oh, of course, and I trust that he means what he says when he says that it is a simple conversation. He is not the tricky sort.
Very well.
Lie.
You hear soon after they leave, you hear a general announcement. A herald, a Mia herald, is moving through to the different tea houses up and down the street, calling for the final round in the tournament. Sam, no, we can't do Sam just yet, I don't think. You say you want to talk to Tottori afterwards?
Basically, what's going to happen is I'm going to have to do the duel, but I'm going to have to do it with his permission for this particular thing because of the gravity of the situation.
Okay, all right. We will cut it there, and as the Emerald Championships final contest is being brought forth, and to the tournament ring, and as things are finally drawing together. Once again, my name is Devin. I've been your storyteller for this penultimate episode.
I'm Mike, Bayushi Dakio. I can swim. Almost got it.
I'm Dave, playing Shiba Kinsuke. I'm getting into some hot water here.
I'm Sam, the production manager with Akoto Shizuka. I'm going to hopefully win this duel.
I'm Dom, Daishi Togashi of the Dragon Clan. See you in Deathly Hollows Part 2.
Right. Take care, Legion.
Take care.
Yeah, it's true. Take care, everyone.
All right, bye.
All right.